Hi everyone, welcome to MindBlend. Have you ever been told you are too kind? Well, today we are going to explore why that might not be a good thing. In an era where kindness is often seen as a virtue, it may seem counterintuitive to suggest that there can be such a thing as being too kind. But as we'll discover, excessive kindness can sometimes lead to unexpected problems. From becoming an easy target for exploitation to neglecting our own needs in the pursuit of pleasing others, the potential pitfalls are numerous. So, as we delve into this topic, let's keep an open mind and remember it's all about finding balance. If you're interested in this kind of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Now let's delve into the 10 reasons why you shouldn't be too kind to people. Reason number 1, the risk of exploitation. Yes, being too kind can make you a target. Let's delve into this a little deeper. You see, when you're excessively kind, it can paint a bullseye on your back for those who are less scrupulous. Picture this. You're the person who always says yes, always lends a hand, always there when someone needs support. Sounds noble, right? But here's the catch. This can lead to some individuals consciously or unconsciously taking advantage of your kindness. They might start expecting your help as a given, overstepping boundaries, or even manipulating you to serve their own interests. It's like you're a well that never runs dry and they have an endless bucket. And before you realize, you're caught in a cycle of exploitation. So, being too kind can leave you vulnerable to those who might take advantage. Moving on to reason number 2, the self-sacrifice pitfall. Now, kindness often involves giving, and that's wonderful. But when giving transforms into self-sacrifice, that's when the alarm bells should ring. You see, consistently placing others' needs above your own can lead to neglecting your own well-being, both physically and emotionally. Imagine a candle that keeps burning, providing light for others, but gradually consumes itself until nothing is left. That's what excessive kindness can do to you. It's like forgetting to put on your oxygen mask before helping others in a plummeting airplane. You can't pour from an empty cup. The key here is balance. By all means, be kind, be generous, but remember to also care for yourself. It's not about being selfish, it's about being self-aware. After all, you can't truly help others if you're falling apart yourself. Remember, it's important to take care of yourself too. Thirdly, the unreciprocated kindness dilemma. Imagine this. You're always there for others, lending a hand, offering your time, your resources, your empathy. Yet when the tables turn, you often find yourself standing alone. This, my friends, is the unreciprocated kindness dilemma. Being excessively kind can unfortunately lead to feelings of resentment when the kindness is not reciprocated. It's like pouring water into a bottomless well, expecting it to be full one day. The reality is, it never will be. It's important to remember that kindness should be a two-way street, a give and take. If you constantly find yourself on the giving end, it might be time to rethink your approach. After all, relationships are about balance, about mutual respect and mutual kindness. Kindness should not be a solo performance, but a duet. Kindness should be mutual, not one-sided. Next up, reason number 4, the people-pleasing trap. Often, in our quest to be too kind, we fall into the snare of people-pleasing. It's a seductive pitfall, one that promises acceptance and love but delivers quite the opposite. When we bend over backwards to meet others' expectations, we risk losing our authenticity. We morph into chameleons, changing our colors to blend into the crowd, but at what cost? Our self-identity, our unique voice, our personal freedom, all are sacrificed at the altar of approval. People-pleasing can also lead to resentment, as we start to feel that our needs and desires are being sidelined. We may even start to question our worth, thinking that we are only valued for what we do for others, not for who we are. Resist the urge to please everyone. It's okay to say no. Remember, your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Halfway through, we have reason number 5, the dependence problem. Imagine this. You're always there, always giving, always kind. It feels good, right? But what happens when others start to rely on your kindness, not as a gift, but as a given? This is the dependence problem. Your excessive kindness can inadvertently create a safety net, causing people to become overly reliant on you. They might start expecting you to always be there, to always solve their problems, to always be their knight in shining armor. And it's not just about them. What about you? You might start feeling trapped, burdened by the weight of others' expectations and dependence. It's crucial to understand that kindness is about helping others to help themselves, not creating a cycle of dependence. Encourage independence, not dependence. Now let's move on to reason number 6, the underappreciation issue. Stay tuned. On to reason number 6, the underappreciation issue. Let's talk about how being excessively kind can sometimes lead others to take your kindness for granted. It's a common human tendency to underestimate the value of what is readily available. When you're always there, always giving, people might start to overlook the worth of your kindness. It becomes the norm, the expected rather than the appreciated. Imagine this, you're a river constantly flowing, providing life-giving water to all, yet does anyone stop to thank the river? Rarely. People are quick to complain when the river runs dry, but slow to appreciate when it flows freely. This isn't to say you should stop being kind. Kindness is a virtue that makes the world a better place. Rather, it's about understanding that your kindness is a gift, not an obligation. It's about setting boundaries and ensuring your kindness isn't mistaken for weakness or taken for granted. Your kindness is valuable, don't let it be undervalued. Reason number 7, the burnout danger. When you're constantly giving of yourself, it's natural to feel depleted at times. But when you're always on the giving end without receiving, it can lead to more than just temporary fatigue. You see, being too kind can result in emotional and physical exhaustion, or what we commonly refer to as burnout. It's like constantly running a marathon without taking a breather. Sooner or later, you're going to collapse from exhaustion. Remember, it's not just the physical toll, but the emotional one as well. Constantly giving can leave you emotionally drained, feeling empty, and even lead to severe mental health issues such as depression. It's important to understand that kindness should not come at the cost of your well-being, so avoid burnout. It's okay to take a step back. It's not only okay, but necessary to recharge and take care of yourself too. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. Moving on to reason number 8, the respect factor. One might think that being kind is the quickest way to earn respect, but sometimes being too kind can have the opposite effect. It's a peculiar paradox, isn't it? Let's break it down. When you're excessively kind, you may unintentionally signal that you're eager to please. This eagerness can be perceived as a sign of weakness, leading others to take advantage of your kindness. Over time, they may start to see you as someone who can be easily manipulated, and this can erode their respect for you. Furthermore, if your kindness comes across as insincere or as a means to an end, it can undermine the trust that people place in you. This can also lead to a diminished respect, so it's essential to strike a balance. Be kind, but also be firm and assertive when necessary. Remember, respect is not an automatic byproduct of kindness. Respect is earned, not given freely. Next, reason number 9, the guilt game. A common pitfall of excessive kindness is the guilt that comes when you can't help everyone. Yes, it's a noble aspiration to want to lend a hand to those in need, but remember, you're only human. You can't be everywhere at once, nor can you solve everyone's problems. When you've set the bar high by being overly kind, it becomes a daunting task to keep up with the expectations you've created. And when you inevitably fall short, guilt creeps in. This guilt can be debilitating, causing stress, anxiety, and even leading to burnout. It's important to understand that you're not obligated to help everyone. It's okay to say no sometimes. It's okay to prioritize your own needs. It's okay to give yourself permission to take a break. Remember, kindness begins with being kind to yourself. You can't help everyone, and that's okay. Finally, reason number 10, the unrealistic expectations. When we're excessively kind, we inadvertently set up a pattern of behavior that others come to expect as the norm. As a result, they may start to hold unrealistic expectations of us. They might believe we are always available, always willing to help, always ready to put aside our needs for theirs. Yet, inevitably, there will come a time when we can't live up to these expectations. Perhaps we're unwell or busy or simply need some time to ourselves. When this happens, those who've grown accustomed to our constant kindness may feel let down or even betrayed. This can lead to conflict and strain in our relationships. It's important to remember that it's okay to say no when we need to. It's okay to take care of ourselves first. Set boundaries. It's healthy and necessary. So there you have it. 10 reasons why being too kind might not be the best approach. From the risk of exploitation to the pitfall of self-sacrifice, the dilemma of unreciprocated kindness, the trap of people-pleasing, and the problem of dependence. We also touched on the issue of underappreciation, the danger of burnout, the factor of respect, the game of guilt, and the strain of unrealistic expectations. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? But it all boils down to finding a balance in kindness. Being kind is essential, but losing oneself in the process is not. It's about setting healthy boundaries and preserving self-respect. I encourage you to reflect on these points and see if you can strike that balance in your life. Remember, it's about being kind, not too kind. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Until next time, this is MindBlend, signing off.